Right, and take some red line, take the end of it, make a about 12-inch loop. Hope you can hear this. Look, it's just a loop, and then we're going to put our fingers in and wind it round. That's about 25 times. You can see you've just got a wound up piece of line with a loop in it. Now I'm going to get my wife to put her fingers in it like this. Okay, so if you can put 2 fingers in it, Deb. Put 2 fingers up underneath it into the loop. Okay, you've got to just, you can do this like I showed you with lots of other ways of doing it, a little bit lower. Right, now if you can take the 2 ends, if you can just wind the camera over to this end. So you see what I've done there? What I've done is I've just separated the 2 ends, the loose end and the other end. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just pull down. You just put a bit of resistance against me, Deb, with your fingers. Okay, right, now we've got to get the whole thing in shot there. You see the 2 ends, see the fingers. Right, now if you pull at that angle until it's tightened up, and then when it gets to the angle and it's tightish, you put that one back and release the pressure just a little bit, and it starts to back wind down the main line. Okay, until you're at the point where you're here. So all we've done is we've created like a back wind. Get a little bit closer now. Now you take this end, this loose end, okay, and you poke it up through the middle. Can you see that? Okay, and you take the end of it, and all you're doing is just tying a half hitch or a half knot on the one side, and you tease it until we're kind of like tightish. We go up through the middle and we go round the right hand leg. Oh, messed it up. Okay, and then we just tie that half loop, hitch, whatever you want to call it, round the right hand leg. Now that is basically 1/2 of the knot done. Alright, let it go. Remember, it'll wind itself back a little bit. Right, now if you can see there, we've got a loop with a tag end. Okay, I'll just bite that off because I didn't bring clippers up. Okay, now remember what I said, normally leave about 4 to 5 mil on that. Okay, 4 to 5 millimeters. That's a little bit long, but there we are. And there's your loop. Right, that's your loop. Now remember what I said, you take your shock leader. We'll use some clear shock leader for this. I hope you can see this. This is like £50. Okay, now I normally warm it up by just pulling it through my fingers just to warm it up. Okay, don't take any notice of the red line, I've dropped it. I'll pick that up. Right, now what we do is we take this end and we put it up through the loop. We just pinch the 2 together. That's all we've done, just pinched it. There, you can see I just pinched it. Now we take this end and we wind it around that piece of red line that we've wound up. That's 2. That's 3. And that's 4. Then all we have to do now, it's a bit difficult to see, isn't it, is we take this end of the line and we put it back through that loop that we came up through. Can you see that? It came up through there, it went round 4 times, and then we went back down. Then we just pull it until it's about a 1/2 inch long together. You can see that, it's about 1/2 inch long, the whole thing. Focus. There we are. It's a bit difficult to focus. but you might just about be able to see that. And then remember what I said, we grab firmly here and we pull quickly, and when we pull quickly we get a nice neat knot with it lying alongside of itself, and then we can just trim that off like I showed you, and that is the Bimini twist. Okay, nice neat. If you come back down and nice and lower, Deb, go right lower, 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 a bit lower, that's it. Right, now you can see, touch lower, no, lower, that's better. Will it focus? Will it focus? It's not quite focusing that well. But you can see there's the 5mm that you need to have, and I've left it a little bit longer so you can see it. Okay, it's wound up, and that's the other end. Okay, it's not a very good picture unfortunately, but hopefully you've seen enough to fashion your own knot. Okay, finished.